Hi there folks again, just doing a video now about top 10 films. Again, they're in no order, but again these are films that I've watched a lot of times and they've had a profound effect on me. And yeah, I'd recommend it, considering your age, of most of them, they'd be good viewing. So the first one I mentioned is The Empire Strikes, which is the second or the fifth Star Wars. Really good movie. And even though it's not a beginning or an ending, it's a perfect link-up movie, and it starts getting exciting at the beginning and then it just leaves you wanting more at the end, and I think that's what a really good film should do. And the storyline and it's brilliant as well. Another great movie, Apocalypse Now. I mean, that was just an awesome movie. It was just so real and so tragic. Really picked up the extreme dark sides of Nam and the celebrations of living as well and making it through Nam. But yeah, the soundtrack and the photography and film and the actors themselves and the lines, you know, the killer lines, really gave that film a massive impact on me. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as well. That was another great movie. I think throughout all of our lives we've all had some sort of mental problem, or we can relate. We know someone that's had really serious mental problems, and again we could relate to some of those characters in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Again, it was a great book as well. That's a book and a film I'd recommend looking at again. Usual Suspects, that was so well put together. So many spins and twists in it, and so much sort of coveting and covering. You didn't really quite know what was going on. Very well put together film. Great actors as well. Great team. Sahara. This was a film done in, I think, in the late 40s or early 50s. It might have even been the 60s. I'm not sure it's that late though. It's the great Humphrey Bogart. It's just an epic movie. It's black and white. Budget was really cheap, but it was just so well done, and the actors in it and the characters and what went on and the whole storyline and the way it was just so epic as well in parts and so well acted. It's a film I've watched a few times and I could watch again. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, I watched this when I was a kid and it was like Star Wars on me. In fact, Star Wars was a bit too fictional for me, and it was sci-fi, it was too far removed. Close Encounters, on the other hand, was somehow sort of possible sci-fi, because obviously when we were kids in the 70s and 80s, there was loads of like natural sort of viral videos going on about UFOs and stuff. So we grew up thinking it was a possibility, that we could relate to that. Memento as well. That was a good film that came out not that far ago, maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Brilliant movie, and the main actor in it, he is just awesome. Australian fella. But yeah, watch that movie, Memento. That's very well done. A bit like Usual Suspects, loads of twists and it all comes together, and really well put together as well. I thought I'd have to mention as well The Return of the King from Lord of the Rings. Just all-time epic, really. The way it all crescendos in that third movie. Battle of the Five Armies, to an extent, yeah, it's the same thing as in The Hobbit. The movie's really well put together at the end, and an epic. And then I had to put in there for a few dollars more, Clint Eastwood. Such a great movie. Lee Van Cleef as well in it, and their duels and fight-offs. For me, it was even more profound than The Good, Bad and the Ugly. And the other ones that I'd like to give honourable mentions to are Raiders of the Lost Ark, A New Hope, which was Star Wars, The Sting, great movie, Cincinnati Kid, Time Bandits, and LA Confidential. So those are basically my favourite movies. Please like and comment and subscribe. Thanks very much.